Welcome to the Small Business Office Showcase, where daily we provide you a quick tour of a government agency's small business portal or something similar from a large prime. We understand that as a small business, time and resources are limited. We hope by quickly summarizing this information, we save you time and perhaps put you one step closer to your next contract. In this episode, we'll focus on the Defense Logistics Agency, or DLA. To make it easier for you to quickly do your own research, the links we discuss will be in the description below the video. In each episode, we're targeting 6 pieces of information we think are most valuable to you. Does this agency have a small business portal? Does the agency list out events it hosts or attends so you can plan well in advance? Is there a forecast for the next 12 to 24 months that will help you identify opportunities? Does the agency provide a list of current primes that have an obligation to subcontract to small businesses? Is there any special registration required for this agency other than what's required for the entire federal government? Finally, is there a list of people available that you can reach out to for help or to get questions answered? You can see the basic results on the slide here, but let's go ahead and take that quick tour by starting with the OSDBU's portal page. I have all these links open, and so we'll begin right here on the portal page. They have a pretty thorough portal page, and it looks like it's populated often, or it's maintained, and I like that. A lot of good resources on the left-hand side as you move forward, so you'll be able to learn more, for example, about doing business and how they work with you. Let's go ahead and go back to the events. So the next one we're looking for is, do they have a good events calendar? And they do have a calendar, so that's good. And you notice that right here we're in that particular event. If we just kind of push out to February and see what kind of events they have, one of the things I look for is, are they showing their showcase activities? And it looks like probably not. So I'll go to March. And so they have a calendar. You can go ahead and come back here to the calendar and find it, but there's not a whole lot of activity on there. Let's come back here to the forecast. I didn't find any forecast. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I just didn't find it, and we will be trying to follow up and find it and then update the video. So subcontracting. There was a page on subcontracting. I just wanted to point you out to this page, or point you to this page. They do tell us to go to the subnet, and that's where we're supposed to be able to try to learn how to do that. That's different than what I hope for. What I'm really looking for is a spreadsheet of all the contracts that exist right now that are large and should be subcontracted with a small business plan, and who the points of contacts are for those contracts. That would be the most ideal. I don't often see it, but that's what I'm looking for. And then the next one is registration. There is no special registration process for DLA. And then let's look at the contacts. The last one we have is the contacts. And they have a pretty good set of information here for all their contacts. As you scroll down, you can start seeing how you can reach out to these people. One thing I noticed, though, is you're not reaching out to people necessarily. And, you know, as you try to reach in, that's hard. But they do, of course, have the security factor that's in there that makes it so much tougher to be able to put personal information out there. But that's what they have for contacts, and that's how you can begin to do it. I've reached out to these organizations before, by the way, using generic emails, and they're not always bad. It's always nice to know somebody's name, like John Smith or Jane Doe, but if you have an organization that's putting out a generic email like this, often it's monitored, so don't hesitate reaching out. And they'll get back to you. They want to hear from us, small businesses, and so just give them a little bit of time and they'll get back to you. I'm going to go ahead and go back here. So that was the contacts, and that concludes the walkthrough. I hope you found this information helpful as you continue to grow your business. Please provide any comments below or reach out to me directly if you have questions, and go ahead and use the email address that's in the description. If you like what you see, please go ahead and share it on one of the social media platforms that you use, or just give it a thumbs up. I'm your host, Neil McDonald with SV MacPack. I thank you for joining me today and hope you'll join me again for more video tours.